And of course, here we are again and again. So many of you are asking, and the emails flood in from all over the globe. Well, as you remember, 8 years ago, 7.5 years ago, I think more closely, that at that time there were big chunks of information coming to myself. And let me speak about these big chunks of information, since many of you know I'm a survivor of World War II. And as a survivor of World War II, I was called the littlest prophet, at that time extraordinaire, and I helped many, many, many people to assist people to safety. And whether they were Christians or whether they were gypsies or whether they were Jewish people, it didn't matter to the men and women who organized this kind of transport. Many, many lives were saved, and many times it was said, we do not to be, shall we say, self-aggrandized or aggrandized by anyone. And I think that was a very healthy way of thinking. But 7.5 years ago, I have to share with you because a video came to me. And this video came, and the conversations that came from there were the conversations on these great big prison camps built everywhere. And you know, just to throw this in there, Jacques Cousteau. Oh yeah, Jacques Cousteau, this confused individual who could not speak up to Japan and say no more killing of the whales, no more poisoning of the oceans. No, Jacques Cousteau went and blamed it on the global population, and most of that, he told me that to my face, that America, that North America, and here the Americas, were to blame because they were consumerists. They were destroying the planet. I did not believe him then, I do not believe him now. Because for the simple reason, I also know that there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil out there. The price of oil is artificially jacked up so your economy breaks down, because isn't it 80% plus of the global population should be wiped off of this planet? I know to some of you this is a shock. But others of you, you understand that now on the internet you have been able to find the prison camps, the concentration camps, the crematoriums, and most of all, the horrific thing, the involvement of UN, United Nations, buses, as they say, will pick up the people and take them to the camps. These are railroad cars. When someone said to me they didn't exist, there were media people who got into their cars and started to drive all over Canada, and suddenly they came back and they sold their homes and left. Was that because that they didn't see anything? Of course not. Is it because that most of the people, and we know many of the new age so-called oriented people, sold their property, sold their houses, and also left to faraway places or near places or in the mountains, in the valleys, in the meadows? It doesn't matter. We have urged all of you to store large amounts of food and drinking water especially, because as they can put stuff in your drinking water, you become docile. You can't be alert and you can't be in the know. Also, the next thing that you have to realize, as the God priests out there have their control over this planet and have had their control over this planet for many centuries. When I was named the Saoshyant, some elderly gentleman, a Vedic friend, said, "We are very concerned, Your Holiness, because you will be speaking up, and always speaking for the people is a dangerous thing." I spoke for First Nations. I was the first one who broadcasted of what had happened to First Nations children, elders, and other people. Now again I am back here to urge you to scan the internet on the prison camps, concentration camps, crematoriums, railroad cars with shackles, guillotines that were refined in Germany and manufactured in China, because their idea is from the priest gods to cut back the global population, 80 to 85%. It is my love and my compassion for all of you who are out there to bring you to reason and not to get you into panic, but very calmly come together, negotiate what is the best thing to do. Go to the internet, go to the Saoshyant, and find out. So many lovely people are out there, men, women, and children, who do not desire any war or hatred. But I warn you, as I have warned you in the 90s, as I have warned you in the Ethereal Travelers and the Magical Child, the book I wrote, written for people who were very ill, who were afraid of death and dying, to give them the power. And don't listen to these dumb people that say you have to get to know the soul. You are the soul. You are a spirit. You are a being. And you need to come into that state of tranquility and to meditate. Ask questions within and be empowered. More than anything, respect everyone. If we can get you to speak to your friends, your neighbors, and everyone you meet about loving and respecting each other, sharing the planet, sharing the resources, being empowered, then those who have evil intent and evil empowering will lose. You cannot combat people that are not combatable because they live in the center of their spirit. That's where we need to go. Being in the know. That's the most important thing. Soon we will release more information, and more information will come out there to empower you. But I warn all people of peaceful souls and heart, of all creed, race and color, come together, reach out to each other and create harmony. And with this, I say thank you. Good night.